Hey there, everyone. Welcome to ModGolf Live, first one of 2026. Thanks for joining us today. I am your host, Colin Weston, and today I have a special guest here today, someone that I've become fast friends with over the last couple months, who I met in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Vegas Baby Invitational, the Pro-Am tournament there, and that is Leo Herrera III, aka the Connected Golfer. And you're gonna get some positive vibes here today. Like, the energy is infectious. The guy's always smiling, even though life isn't easy. He's had his ups and downs or his trials and tribulations. We're gonna go through all that. But they say you should surround yourself with the 5 people in your life that are positive, that you learn from, that have that energy, that are the radiators, not the drainers. And Leo is a first class radiator, I've got to say. And hey, I'm going to bring him on here. And here we go. We're going to start things off. And there he is. Leo, you're joining us from Miami, Florida today, or where are you? Where are you today, my friend? What's going on?
Can't you tell? I'm in Miami, man. I got the fedora hat. We got some trees in the background. I'm trying to stay connected to the culture here.
There we go. Well, we're going to get into the connectivity for the next half hour. But before we get going here, Leo, my friend, one thing I love about doing ModGolf Live is that L word right on here. The fact that we are live and we are on YouTube. And as you can see, I've already put in chat here earlier. Hey, I'm Colin, joining you from rainy Vancouver. It's only about, it's like 40 degrees here today. We have what's called an atmospheric river. I guess that's a thing. Basically, we're so much rain that I think we need to build an ark here. Not quite as nice as what you're enjoying there in South Florida today there, Leo. But hey, we're getting by here. So I want to encourage everyone that's joining us, and see we've already got a couple people popping on the show here. Hey, don't be shy when we get into this. Leo, he is a certified golf coach. We're going to get into everything that he does here, but what he's doing, especially on Instagram and YouTube, he's blowing up. He's got it going on, and his content is infectious. And not only do you learn, but you're entertained at the same time. He's got that perfect mix here. But Leo, hey, before we get started here, I want to do a little bit of something here that I've done for the last couple of years here with ModGolf Live, and that's, since we're joining everybody from on Monday here, that is my Monday morning musings here. And hey, I've got a couple things to muse about here this morning that I'm going to talk about. And going to start off here, Leo, because you're going to be joining us also, is next week, exciting, is the PGA show, the annual congregation. It's like the mecca for the golf industry. There'll be over 50,000 golf professionals, people in the industry, heading down to Orlando. Well, I guess for you, you're going to be heading up. I'm going to be heading down there. You and I are going to connect there. It's going to be awesome. So I'm going to be broadcasting live there. Going to be following up there with the show afterwards. So yeah, super excited about that. It's going to be my 5th year since COVID that I'll be doing live shows there from the media center. And I know you and I are going to probably hook up. Hopefully we're going to spontaneously collaborate on a couple of video shorts there, which will be super fun. The other thing before we get going here, Leo, I'm going to mention here in my musings is the ModGolf Weekly Roundup. I'm excited. I'm going to launch this weekly show right after the PGA show. And this is going to be a short 10-minute podcast that I'm launching that's going to complement all the other things I'm doing here in the world of ModGolf here, the one-on-one interviews I've been doing with over 9 years. But this is going to have insights for everyone in the golf industry, or if you're a recreational player, that if you want to learn what's new and innovation in golf, whether it's fitness and wellness, entertainment, startups, sustainability, that's what we're going to be covering on the ModGolf Weekly Roundup. Okay, enough about me. Leo, going to give the stage to you, my friend. Why don't you let everyone out there watching on ModGolf Live, what's going on with a connected golfer?
Man, a lot of connection, man. First of all, I really appreciate you having me on, Colin. This is awesome. It's a pleasure to be here. It's been a pleasure to meet you and stay connected with you. But yeah, I'm super excited for this year. Got a lot of things going on. First and foremost, finally solidified my coaching program, the Connected Golfer Formula. I have developed a formula on everything I've learned in golf over the years and package it together into a very systematic process people can follow so they too can stay connected to the best version of themselves on and off the golf course. Because I believe the game of golf is an amazing vehicle to elevate you as a person. And when done correctly, you can truly get to the next level, not only with your golf game, but with your life. You'll make more money, you'll have better relationships, you'll be healthier, and you'll make the white ball in the hole a little sooner too.
I love that.
So
Love that. I just popped up on screen there, of course, with your website. We're going to dig into that a little bit in a minute or two here. But your story in golf, like I said, you're like this old soul. You're what, 23, 24 years old. And I've sat down. We've had many, many deep conversations in Las Vegas. And even after that, being on your show, and thanks for inviting me on The Connected Golfer. And I got to say, some of the kind of these truth nuggets or these wisdom bombs that come out of you is like, are you like actually an 85-year-old dude? Like, it's actually lived a full lifetime. It's like, it's amazing. It's I wish I had a fraction of the knowledge that you already have and the insights. It's incredible. And I want to congratulate you, or just acknowledge that you've got it going on, and you're authentic, and you're empathetic, and you're one of the best listeners and question askers I think I've ever met. So on that note, why don't you share how you've arrived at to have this mindset that you have, this connected mindset, because it hasn't been all easy for you. No, you're with a high level, top ranked junior golfer, amateur golfer, and then going the D1 college route for a year, and that didn't necessarily work out. That wasn't your path. It wasn't the right frequency for you. So why don't you share a little bit of that? Because you actually had to go to a pretty dark place to come out the other side to where you are now.
totally, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. And and my friends call it Leoisms. But I really started this journey, man, when I stopped looking for knowledge and I started seeking wisdom. And that's what internally shifted me. I remember clear as day. I was in a dorm room in college at University of Central Florida. I just got a full ride to play Division I golf at a good program, which is what I really ultimately wanted to do my whole junior golf career.
Yeah.
So I was able to achieve it, but I was there, and it was during COVID. A lot of things were different. We couldn't really go out. We couldn't play tournaments. It was just practice, dorm, and I didn't have a roommate. My roommate was from Russia, and he got stuck over there because of COVID. So I was just in my dorm by myself, looking up at the ceiling, thinking, how am I going to get better? Like, how am I just, like, aside from golf, like, I know there's got to be more things I got to start doing. So that's what got me into seeking wisdom. And I just started consuming a lot of content from spiritual leaders around the world that got me connected to the truth, man, the reality that everything is connected to the same source energy. And when we live with that truth, we can be empathetic with others. We can share love. We can, fulfill our life's purpose, because it ain't about us. It's about what we could do for the collective, because we're all connected to the collective. So that's where it all began.
And that connectedness, I saw that in real life when I met you for the first time in Las Vegas, myself and you, and a couple other people, our good friend, of course, Kevin Carpenter, aka the Gratitude, that brought us all together there, with Phyllis Meddy, who I just had on the ModGolf podcast a couple of weeks ago, and also with Adrian Colbert also. So yeah, what a great group there, that energy that we had. And one thing I loved is we had a lot of fun there, but we also fed off each other's energy there, and it was just such a positive experience. And one thing that that first resonated with me as I watched you is your pre-shot routine, that then I realized was called the Connected Dance. And we'll pull that up on screen. We're going to bring your Instagram up in a minute here. And by the way, I do highly recommend that you follow Leo, especially on Instagram there, the Connected Golfer. You've got some great content on there. So why don't you let everybody know what the Connected Dance is as part of your pre-shot routine, and how that evolved, how that came about?
Yeah, so it's fair to, like, really tell the whole backstory around this. Kind of connects to what my experience in college was like, but ultimately, what I actually did in college that shifted my mindset and gave me the courage to ultimately drop out after that first year and go for something different, was meditation, was the act of just like sitting there in silence and being with yourself, being grounded and consistently connecting to the source of all life. I'm not a religious guy. I would say this is more on the spiritual side. I'm just a truth seeker, and I do believe in God, and meditation is my way to connect to God. But ultimately, man, like I consistently meditated every day of my life for 3 years. And I remember when I left college, I I won the USGA 4 ball in 2021. I made a clutch putt on the final hole after playing 106 holes of golf.
Wow.
And I attribute it all to the fact that I was visualizing myself winning that tournament every day before I played, and meditation and that really played a huge role in my development and my success. But when I left college, I didn't know what I was going to do. I turned pro and I started playing, but I needed some money to play. So I started the Connected Golfer, and I just started sharing my knowledge of the game, like how I can help others play better. And it started to pick up, and I kept saying, stay connected at the end and instead of follow for more, because I felt like it was just better. And it just became, its own thing. And
Right.
I kind of embodied it more and more every day. I, started coming out with Stay Connected hats, giving it away in my club, and people were really resonating with the message. So I was like, man, I'm ready to take this to another level. And one day I'm just on the driving range and I flip a club and I catch it. And I'm like, this is interesting. Like, why don't I start doing this? Maybe I could throw it into the whole connected thing, and maybe it's what makes me feel connected. And then I started doing that, and I would just step up and hit. But I'm like, maybe I should like just step up and like kind of Happy Gilmore it, like my own Happy Gilmore. And
Right.
ultimately, I don't know where it came from, Colin, but like I said in the beginning, I think it's the consistent, act of meditation and connecting to the source of all life just aligns you to what your purpose needs to be. And now I'm realizing this is my calling. Like, this is what I'm meant to do. And I'm meant to be flipping a golf club and stepping up and freely swinging at it with no thoughts, so I can help others realize that they're capable of playing the golf of their life without needing to think more and just allowing themselves to access freedom. So that's what it's all about.
I love this. And yesterday I was out golfing here in Vancouver. Yes, it was raining. It was miserable, but I didn't let that get in my way. I kept the positive, the kind of the positive mindset. And I'm out there. I haven't quite got the club flip down. You got the flip, and then you do the twirl and boom, and you hit it on the ground, and you walk up. You take one step to the ball. You kind of put your weight left foot, left foot, trigger, bang, gone.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I haven't done the flip yet, but I'm doing the over the top and walking up. And I did it a couple of times yesterday, and my rhythm, and I hit the best shots of the day because I know I just cleared my mind, because I'm one of those people. I played a lot of baseball. I played tennis, these reaction sports. And for me, maybe just the way I'm built or hardwired, the way I've been trained, can react to something in that moment. But golf, and I'm sure you see this all the time with your students and people that you meet, we stand over the ball. And the longer you stand over it, the more thoughts you have in your head. And those aren't good thoughts. And all of a sudden you become paralyzed. And what you've created there, it does liberate us, and we naturally connect to what we're capable of doing. And I think I'm living testament to that I started doing this, and
I love it.
It's working, my friend. It's working. It's rubbing off, and it's good. So tell us a bit about what you're doing. I'm going to pull up, start with your website. I'll pull up your Instagram in a minute here. I'm going to add this to the stage here, and I can run through this for you. So here, I'll just give you the stage here when I can scroll through this and you talk through it. So what are you doing here with the work that you do to make all of your students and everyone out there more connected?
Yeah. I mean, I'm touching on a very fundamental topic that I believe causes most people's frustrations on the golf course. And it's, most people think to get better at golf, they need to put more time into it. But most people don't get better at golf, not because they don't practice enough, but because they practice on the wrong foundation. And they never take the time to build a proper foundation for the way their body is moving, for the way their mind is thinking, and for the way their soul is operating through the golf course. So that's exactly like what I've kind of set a mission on solving, is like first of all, like most people can't consistently compress the ball. And that's important if you want to shoot good scores. So I ask people, what do you do to actually try to compress the ball better? I'm like, hey, I go to the driving range and I hit balls and then I try to figure it out. And I'll go on YouTube and I'll try to find tips. And then, my golf instructor gives me a few tips too. So they're gluing tips together while they're over the ball, thinking, if I can glue them all together playing Connect Four while they're over the golf ball, like I'm going to hit the shot that I need to hit. And sometimes they do hit the shot and it gives them that high, but they can't continue to hit the shot over and over. And I believe it's because, they don't have a proper process in place. So the process is as follows. First of all, you need to have a system that trains your body to move effectively, to a system that trains you to build more mobility, specifically for golf, because we need that, to build sequencing, to understand this is how I need to sequence my movement so that gravity lets my body just flow. And explosiveness, like knowing when to rip it and explode at the ball is very important. So I've kind of packaged together a series of exercises that I explain to people that they can do, but I put it in a way that's very simple for people to do in their day-to-day life. It's a 9-minute golf-specific workout you can do from home. Doesn't require you to hit a golf ball. It doesn't require you to be on the golf course. And it's just 9 minutes. It's high intensity 9 minutes, but it's 9 minutes that gets you to build the right sequencing, rotation, and explosiveness into your movement. But moving is not enough. We still got to think, and we still got to know how to think when we're actually hitting a shot. So I've tied it to when you're actually making contact at any point, whether it's at a simulator in your house, at the golf course in the driving range, or while you're actually playing around, you need to have a deliberate mental process when you're hitting shots. There's a pre-shot routine, there's a during shot routine, and there's a post-shot routine that I follow and have been following since, a very young age, and playing so much competitive golf, needing to execute shots under pressure, that allows me to feel calmer, more confident, and in control of what I'm doing. And not only that, but it actually helps me enjoy the game more. How many people do you see out there, Colin, not enjoying the game because they're so stuck on the way they're hitting the shots? They're outcome focused instead of process focused. And I help them kind of understand what that process looks like so they know what to focus on. And it's tough to just guess your way around that. It's very deliberate, systematic things that I've put in there that really gives people the clarity on how to let go, and get their mind to not just turn off, but to fully believe in the ability to hit the shot that they're seeing. So I believe through that process that you can build a very a repeatable golf swing, but you also need to be training your body effectively so that your body knows how to move. So those are the first couple of elements inside the formula that I provide with people. But, even that won't be enough to get the full kind of grasp of the game. So I've created a series of online courses that take people through the philosophy, the connected philosophy of how to swing the club, the short game, the how to practice, the mental approach to the game, the performance aspect of it, like how to really actually lock in and understand what to do to get ready for tournament golf, and even after a tournament experience, whether it's a big tournament for money or trophy, or whether you're trying to beat your buddies because it's an important round to you. And a whole lifestyle plan, like something they can actually follow on a day-to-day to understand what it means to live the life of a high-performing golfer. And all of it is obviously tied to the connected golfer identity, because it wouldn't work without it. Like, the connected golfer is the best golfer in the universe, and there's no limits. There's no restrictions to what you're capable of creating. And that's what we're creating here through this program is, it's not just, this is how you swing the golf club. It's a process to follow to train your body, train your mind, and ultimately shift your identity so you can be limitless and truly be free. Because I believe golf is our best teacher. And I can only, as a mentor, guide you to let the game teach you. Because every shot's got your answers, man. You just got to learn how to get it out of them.
I love the way you put that there. And yes, not being results based is so important. I find that that translates over what I do in the podcast space, because I've been working the last year with some people to grow the podcast. But what does growth and success really mean? What does growth and success really mean on the golf course? Is it attached to a number or a handicap that you're fixated on getting, rather than the experience, rather than, as you put, as the putting that work in to achieve certain goals? And some of them may be more qualitative than quantitative. It may be how it makes you feel on and off the golf course, right? And the people that you're around, right? Without getting too woo-woo about this, but it really is the case. And sometimes you step up at the first tee, and I was guilty of this years ago, and I've managed to extract myself from that mindset and embrace the mindset you have now, even though I'm a 16 handicapper and you're like a +2, 3, or 4. But we still have that same mindset that when we played together, it's like, go out there, hit some good shots, have a great time. You hit a bad shot doesn't make you a bad person, and just stay in the moment and enjoy it. And one thing I love that you did, you had this mindset of gratitude. One of the rounds, we played 4 rounds together, and you said, I'm going to say thank you after every shot I hit. And whether you're lipping out putts or you're not hitting your best shot or getting as close, you were still, even though sometimes it didn't come naturally, you had to kind of remind yourself, thank you, even though it wasn't a great shot, and it was genuine and truly heartfelt. It wasn't disingenuous at all. It was like, thank you. It's like, and just letting that positivity just as a sponge just take over you is such a great thing. So on that note, I want to ask you this. Even though you read a lot, you observe a lot, you've obviously had some mentors in your life, people that have had an influence to get you to where you are in golf and in life. So tell us about a couple positive people in your life that you want to give a shout out to, that have made you into the person that you that we have so far today with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I got to give huge props to Jim McLean, one of the best instructors of all time. He took me under his wing about summer of 2017. So I was still a sophomore in high school. And I remember him. It was very clear to me. I got lessons from other instructors in that academy, but he came up to me and says, I want to really help you out. I feel like you got what it takes to make it. And 2 weeks later, just from me getting a lesson and being in his environment, him telling me he believes in me, I won an AJGA, which is a national tournament, as a junior. And it was a huge confidence boost for me. And Jim has played, he taught me for the next 5 years until I turned pro. And he just really gave me the confidence I needed to realize my value. If you don't realize your value, you can't optimize your potential. And that's the reality. I live by the realize, optimize, maximize method. Realize your value, you can optimize your potential. If you can optimize your potential, you can maximize your impact. And that's what I'm doing now. Jim allowed me to realize what I was capable of doing. It got me more motivated to work hard and optimize my swing, my game, my mindset, everything. And now I'm maximizing my impact by sharing that back with the world through the Connected Golfer. So Jim has played a huge role. Obviously, my father I can't believe I didn't mention him first, but he's played a huge role in my development. He was the one that got me into the game of golf in the first place. So he was awesome, and he kept pushing me to be the best that I could be and show up every day. And I got to say, another mentor of mine has been Kevin Carpenter, the gratitude. I mean, he has really helped me realize my value, and not only my value as a golfer, but my value in the golf industry. And that I have value to provide to the world of golf, being someone that's been in the industry for so long. He's just given me the confidence to know that I'm in the right, I'm doing the right things right now. And, it's going to play out to something, because sometimes you feel like you're just throwing stuff up in the air and hopefully it sticks. But Kevin has been awesome to me. The gratitude, just, being more grateful on a day-to-day just around him, but just being around him has helped me realize the capabilities, that we all have here of making an impact for the game of golf.
Yeah, I just have an idea at the PGA show, since I will have 2 hours for live shows, and I've got a couple of guests already lined up for that. I should have you and the gratitude on at the same time. That the three of us for a half-hour show
The
live
electric.
there would be awesome. And I'm also thinking, because we have half an hour, maybe you could run me through a 9-minute your 9-minute kind of fitness to start off. That would be kind of fun there.
I like that. I'm in. I'm done.
We'll workshop it in the next week. We'll figure something out. We'll get that going here. Yeah, big shout out to Kevin Carpenter, aka the Gratitude.
Yeah.
So one thing I want to bring up here, I want to bring up. I did have it on there for a moment here. I want to bring up your Instagram. Before I do that, I want to say we've got some people that have joined us here already. If you just jumped on, hey, this is live and interactive. So hey, if you've got any questions for Leo about golf, about life, whatever, just put them in chat. I'll pull them up on screen here. Let's make this live and interactive. So don't be shy. Step up and do this. So let's run through this. So you are very active on content creation also of what you do here. So with the Connected Golfer on Instagram, so you got over 120,000 followers. So obviously you got things blowing up here, and you're putting in the work to make this happen with the consistency. So why don't you walk through some of the content? I can pull some things up here, or even if we just have them on screen here, just talk about the content that you're creating, and you're having lots of fun, and you're getting pretty darn good at it too. So let us know what you got going on here on Instagram.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. First of all, it started with me just sharing tips, using a strategy that would help me like go viral, like, using powerful hooks that I knew golfers out there were really looking for. This is how you fix your slice in 30 seconds. I was a victim to that, kind of going through it and telling people how to do things. I've really completely pivoted my approach to making content now this year that I believe it's already getting a lot better results. And I'm realizing that it's not only getting results on the views, but also getting results in like conversions with clients and stuff, because I'm speaking to them. Yes. I'm speaking to one individual, like I'm speaking to the golfer that really wants to build fluid motion and perform under pressure. So all of my content is around that, but I'm creating a lot of problem aware content where I'm getting my audience aware of the problem that they're making, like why it is that you're slicing the ball versus how to fix your slice. That difference in and of itself positions me, better as a mentor online, instead of telling you what to do, like explaining to you why what you're doing is causing what you're doing, and, offering to enter my world if you want to really solve that. Because I'm not here to give you tips anymore. I'm here to give you a transformation, because tips don't work. Tips just give you kind of that instant gratification, but they don't give you the long-term fulfillment that ultimately everybody wants. Whether they know it or not. They could be saying, oh, I just need another tip, or I just need another lesson. Yeah, you think you need another tip, or you think you need another lesson, but deep down, you need to develop a whole new process in the way you're playing, living, and interacting in your life, because that's what's going to give you the results you're ultimately looking for in golf. And, asking people why they golf in the first place has been huge. Like, what are they really trying to get out of it? So
yes,
that's where a lot of my content has been in alongside of that. So if you follow me, I'm going to get you aware of why you're making those mistakes on the golf course. It's most likely in the way you're approaching how to get better. So I'm all about building plans and programs for people that gives them a process to follow, really step by step, so that they can start, unleashing the golfer within them. I'm just here to introduce them to who they are already, because the golfer they want to be is already inside of them.
I love this. Reminds me of something I heard in a yoga class the other day with the instructor. And he said, while we're grinding away and feeling like quitting, and he said, just remember that the longer it takes, the longer it lasts. And I have a feeling that's what you're doing. You're not looking at a quick fix here. You're not looking for the Ozempic of golf here. You're I'm using that metaphor, changing your lifestyle, changing your fitness patterns, changing your dietary patterns, your eating habits, and the way you approach things, and having that as part of your day-to-day, and your mindset changes too. And then it's amazing how that then takes hold on this, almost like this biological level, almost on a cell-by-cell basis, that we start to change. And I know that's true. That's what ends up happening. There's this physical metamorphosis that then happens and connects also with our mind. And it's not easy, and it doesn't happen overnight. So I love what you actually said there earlier too. The fact you're taking an entrepreneurial mindset of what are the pain points that you're helping people solve. What are their problems? What will they discover? And I've done the same thing over the last year in podcasting too. Even the way that I frame the not just the conversation, but also of what the listeners or the viewers will learn, just like what we're doing here, rather than us just having a great conversation and having some fun and getting great insights and nuggets of wisdom. It's like, what are the takeaways that people will discover from this? And you're doing the exact same thing. You've managed to unlock that. And you're like me, that's a journey. You've had to kind of go down maybe not the right path or see what doesn't work and then finding out what does. So you're doing great, my friend. I'm loving this.
Thank you, man. Yeah, and I've talked to a lot of golfers, and everybody wants to be more consistent, and most people are guessing all the time. That's what I've realized. Out of like my data of like speaking to most people that want to get better at golf, it's like, oh, like I just need to be more consistent. Whether that's more consistent in my scoring, more consistent in my swing. And I ask them what they're doing to get better, and they're like, I'm on YouTube or I'm getting lessons. I'm trying to like piece it all together. They're guessing, really. They don't have a process. So like, this is like, I don't work with anybody in person until they take my 12-week program, because that shows me, first of all, they're committed to growing. And we could both be on the same page when we are on the golf course, so we get more out of an in-person experience. And ultimately, like, that's what'll get the results. Like, and I don't do 1 hour lessons. I don't do one-off things. Like we either go through the 12-week journey where you build the process. I keep you accountable throughout the journey of doing this, or we're not a fit to work together, and good luck. I mean, I really wish everybody good luck, because I would love to see everyone enjoy this game more and all that. But you know, sometimes it fits with people, sometimes it doesn't, because and that's the big thing, is like a lot of it is like the golf industry has trained golfers a certain way to approach getting better. They've trained golfers to search for tips or get lessons for an hour with a golf instructor, instead of like realize, like, you know, this stuff it's not going to happen overnight, and you need to approach it a different way than just trying to fix all the time. Like, golf is not a problem to fix. It's a game to play. If you don't have a process to play it, you're done.
It's not a problem to fix. It's a game to play. I got to steal that one. It's like you can steal the longer it takes, the longer it lasts. And hey, to finish up here, I just pulled up one of your IG posts here, and I started using this one. I love the fact you've got that right mindset. You give away for free as much as you possibly can, and then that builds that trust, and then people lean in, and then they convert. So what I actually do this as a bit of a pre-shot routine, and also to get my sequencing right, because that second move right there, that one there, I was not doing that. I still leaning back. I was, a disconnected golf swing, and I know the improvement already. So tell us about what's going on here as we finish up. We can spend hours going through every single one of your posts, but I love this one. It's got good energy. So tell us what's going on with this one.
Yeah, the reason you're not, building a fluid golf swing is not your technique. You're just not following a system that actually trains your body to produce the fluid motion. But this is my signature karate golf move. It kind of just came to me one day, like the connected dance came to me. I didn't really get it from anybody or anything. I'm a black belt in karate as well. Growing up, I did karate. I stopped doing it to focus on golf. But, the elements of karate apply to golf as well, because it's an explosive movement, but you got to be able to stay connected, stay tight, and stay explosive when you're making a punch. In this case, I've kind of integrated it into the golf swing, and kid you not, when I'm over a golf ball and actually making a swing, like, this is the only thing I'm thinking about. I'm doing the karate golf move as I'm swinging, and that's what gives me the freedom to just flow. But it's because I trained that system inside my body. So my body, like my nervous system, is trained to do this motion. And if you see this motion, fundamentally as in the way like my body is actually moving, like that's a very solid way to move your body in the golf swing. So it's way easier to make that movement, effectively than it is to, restructure your whole swing to get your body to move that way. So I'm like, let's stop hitting a ball for a second and actually do some karate golf here, and maybe you'll see some results.
Love that karate golf. Well, I've started to do some karate golf during my warm-ups. I'll be standing on the practice tee and doing that, and people are looking at me. It's like, what's going on? But I have a feeling they're thinking, that's kind of connected. Maybe I should start doing that. So yes, you're having even up here in Canada. See, you're going viral without even knowing it. That I'm helping to spread the connected golfer gospel up here, my friend. It's all happening.
Man, you're the man, Colin. I really appreciate you. And I figured, well, as we're wrapping up, I'd like to talk a little bit about Quality Play Golf since it's in here. I am the founder of Quality Play Golf. We reimagine corporate engagement through exhibition golf. I started it because deep down, I don't believe the system of professional golf is that rewarding. It's a lot of people for a very limited amount of spots. And,
yes,
I believe I'm good enough to make it on tour, but I also love myself to the point where I'm not going to take myself down a journey that has the odds, fully against me the whole time. So I needed to find another solution to this. So I started a company that does corporate golf experiences for corporations that host their clients on the golf course, whether it's, a VIP round, a golf tournament, even a retreat. Like, I've been very fortunate enough to build a lot of connections in the golf world with professional golfers, golf coaches, golf influencers, and I'm just providing an opportunity for everybody to win. These players get to showcase their skills at corporate events. They get paid to come out, and they're able to meet, cool people, and the corporation gets a phenomenal experience because they don't get to experience, being in front of golf talent that often, and it's a good touch for their clients. So I'm super excited for that. This year is something we're going to focus on a lot more, to really get it off the ground and do some cool experiences for golf that, I believe golf is going more towards entertainment, exhibition golf than it is towards traditional, like, regular stroke play tournaments. So
yes,
I want to pioneer that path more and more. So that's what I'm doing here with Quality Play Golf, which gives me the ability to also be in the spotlight, showing people my methodology of the connected golfer. And if they want to really get the transformation, they can enter my program.
Love this. Well, you got lots of balls in the air, plates spinning, but you're just getting started, my friend. I'm so excited about the journey, the next chapter in your life and through golf. And we're going to talk about all this and so much more at the PGA show. We're just getting started.
Yes, we are.
Love this. So, hey, as we finish up here, a couple things I do want to mention that, hey, if you enjoy the conversation that I've had here with Leo, why don't you do us a solid here? Why don't you subscribe to the ModGolf YouTube channel here? Give us a like, leave a comment, and also talking about comments down below. I will include the link for your Instagram. So once again, why don't you let everybody know what your handle is on Instagram so they can find you?
The Connected Golfer. Simple.
Nice and simple. Nice and simple. And hey, last thing I'm excited about is, hey, we got some ModGolf merch. Starting to roll this out here between hats. We got another hat with a bucket hat. We got some, gonna have some hoodies going on and some polos. So I'm excited about that with ModGolf. That yeah, we're starting to get the merch going after 9 years. It's been something that I've been thinking about for a while, but now I got a great partner with my friend Mike Johnny with 36 a Day Golf Apparel, doing great things there. It's all about collaborations. Got a collaboration with Mike. Going to be collaborating with you. Going to be collaborating with the Gratitude. That's what we do here. It's the sum of all the parts, my friend.
Damn right, man. 36 a day is a stretch.
It is. I agree. All right. You know what? We can keep going on for hours, but why don't we leave it at that? My good friend Leo Herrera III, aka the Connected Golfer. Love talking to you, my friend. Love what you're doing here. Love your attitude. And I think we're just getting started together too. We're going to collaborate so much over the next couple of years. It's going to be fantastic.
Yes, we are, man. Thank you so much, Colin. Appreciate you guys for tuning in here on the live. Stay connected.
We'll see you soon. All right. Bye for now.